Roger Federer will search for an 8th title in Dubai this week. Roger Federer and Philipp Kohlschreiber at Camerlengo73_2 Twitter. 7-time champion Roger Federer is set for a tricky path to the Dubai title as he takes on Philipp Kohlschreiber in the first round. The Swiss maestro will be playing his first tournament since his Australian Open defeat to Stefanos Tsitsipas as he looks for an 8th title in Dubai. Should he make the quarterfinals, Milos Raonic will await Federer as a tough task awaits the now world number 7. The likes of Karen Khachanov and Borna Coric also await the second seed in the bottom half of the draw, with the Croatian and the Russian starting the season off slowly. They both tricky first rounds as Khachanov takes on the powerful Nicolas Basilashvili while Coric will be facing in-form Mikhail Kukushkin. In the top half of the draw, Marin Cilic will be making his return to the tour after recovering from a knee injury that he suffered at the Australian Open. Although his return isn't met with the easiest of starts as Rotterdam champion Gael Monfils will face him in the first round. The Frenchman has a 3-0 head-to-head record against Cilic and will be relishing the challenge of another win over a top 10 player. Stefanos Tsitsipas, Kei Nishikori and Daniil Medvedev all make up the top half as they look to challenge defending champion Roberto Bautista Agut in Dubai. Speaking on the field, here is what the executive vice chairman and chief executive of Dubai Duty Free, Colm McLaughlin, had to say. "We are delighted to welcome both old faces and new to the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Championships," he said to the National. "Everyone will be keen to see if Roger Federer can win the title yet again, or if a new name will be added to one of the most sought-after trophies on the ATP Tour. You can see the draw below, with play starting on Monday, Dubai. Singles draw picked at twitter.com/9u5qcwggz. Mihal Samolsky, at Mihal Samolsky. February 23, 2019. Canadian next-gen player Felix Auger-Aliassime beats Spain's Jaume Munar 6-4, 6-3 to reach the maiden ATP 500 semi-final of his career at the Rio Open in Rio de Janeiro on Guga Kuerten. Auger-Aliassime went a double break in the third and fifth games to open up a 4-1 lead. Last year's next-gen ATP Finals semi-finalist Munar pulled one break back in the sixth game for 2-4. Auger-Aliassime broke for the third time, earning a chance to save for the first set at 5-2, but he dropped his serve at 30 in the eighth game. Auger-Aliassime served out the first set at 15 in the 10th game. The young Canadian player broke serve at 30 in the opening game of the second set, but Munar broke back in the sixth game to draw level to 3-3 with the help of a net cord. Munar went up a 40-0 lead, but Auger-Aliassime bounced back by winning 4 consecutive points to break serve in the seventh game for 4-3. Auger-Aliassime came back from 30-40 down in the ninth game and broke serve with a forehand winner on his first match point at deuce after 1 hour and 38 minutes. Auger-Aliassime, who scored the first win against a top 15 player in his career when he beat Fabio Fognini, will break into the top 100 for the first time in his career and will be ranked inside the top 80 next Monday. "This is what I work for every day. It's what I get up for every morning. As soon as I walked on court, I felt the energy from the crowd and felt like I could not get tired. The tournament is not over yet, but this feels great," said Auger-Aliassime. Auger-Aliassime will face this year's Córdoba semi-finalist and Buenos Aires quarter-finalist Pablo Cuevas from Uruguay, who edged past Albert Ramos Vinolas 6-3, 3-6, 6-3 after 2 hours and 30 minutes. Cuevas went up a double break to build up a 5-1 lead in the first set. Ramos Vinolas pulled one break back, when the Uruguayan player was serving for the first set. Cuevas served out the set 6-3 in the ninth game. Ramos Vinolas needed a break at love in the second game to win the second set 6-3. Both players traded breaks twice to draw level to 3-3 in the decisive set. Cuevas converted his second break-point chance in the eighth game to open up a 5-3 lead. He 2016 Rio Open champion served out the third set 6-3 after 3 deuces after saving a break point at 30-40. Serbia's Laslo Djere beat Norwegian next-gen player Casper Ruud 6-4, 7-5. Djere converted his third breakpoint chance in the opening game of the first set. Ruud came back from 30-40 down to break back on his second opportunity in the fourth game to draw level to 2-2. Djere got another break in the seventh game at 30 and held his next 2 service games to close out the first set 6-4. Djere secured his spot in the semi-final, where he will take on Slovenia's Aljaž Bedini, who came back from 1 set down to beat Bolivian qualifier Hugo Dellien 4-6, 6-2, 6-3 in a match marked by 10 deuces in 27 games. Dellien, the first Bolivian player in history to reach the quarter-final at ATP Tour level, got the only break in the fifth game of the opening set to take a 3-2 lead. Bedini saved 3 break points in the ninth game, when he was serving to stay in the first set, but Dellien served out the first set at love. Bedini broke twice in the fourth and eighth games to seal the second set 6-2. Dellien converted his third breakpoint chance in the opening game of the third set, but Bedini broke straight back in the second game. The Slovenian player saved 2 breakpoints in the seventh game to hold his serve at deuce for 4-3 before breaking serve for 5-3. Bedini saved 2 breakpoints by winning 2 consecutive points to close out the third set 6-3 at deuce. Djere went down a break in the second game, but he rallied from 2-5, 0-3-0 in the second set by winning 5 consecutive games with 2 breaks in a row to win the second set 7-5. Roger Federer looks to save the party in this latest advert for Barilla Pasta. Roger Federer, Barilla's Save the Party YouTube video. 20-time Grand Slam champion Roger Federer aims to save the party in this new Barilla cooking advert. The new advert for the pasta brand also features 2-time Olympic gold medalist skier Michaela Schifrin and chef Dario Oldani. In the new commercial in Lombardia, Barilla ambassador Roger Federer is forced to save the party after he and Michaela Schifrin realize that this is turning into a boring party. With the help of expert chef Dario Oldani, Federer brings some Barilla pasta in order to liven up the event and once again show his culinary cooking skills. Speaking of the commercial, Barilla were pleased to have the 20-time Grand Slam champion on board as they continue their Masters of the Pasta campaign. They are all talents in their respective fields, sharing many traits: talent, discipline, commitment and most of all the passion for excellence of simple things. Federer and Schifrin love Italian pasta, they explained in AQ. It's not only common for him to be invited to this kind of party, but also to attend and have a great time. This advert once again shows the commercial powerhouse that tennis and Federer has become in the last decade, featuring amongst such big stars from the cooking, basketball and sporting world. Here is the new advert below as Federer saves the party from disaster with some Barilla pasta. Although Federer had some fun off the court, he now turns his attention to reclaiming the Dubai title next week as he plays his first tournament since his fourth-round Australian Open defeat. This year's Australian Open semi-finalist Stefanos Tsitsipas beat lucky loser Sergei Stakhovsky 6-4, 6-3 in 68 minutes in the quarter-final at the Open 13 in Marseille. Tsitsipas dropped 12 points in 10 service games and never faced a break point to reach his second semi-final of the season. Stakhovsky saved 4 of the 6 breakpoints he faced and dropped his serve once in each set. The first set went on serve until the 10th game, when Tsitsipas got the break on his second break point to wrap it up 6-4. Tsitsipas went up an early break at 1-0 at the start of the second set and held his service games until the 9th game, when he sealed the win with a forehand winner. "I know that I can play well, but the biggest challenge is to play even better match by match," said Tsitsipas. The reigning next-gen ATP Finals champion will face a semi-final clash against David Goffin, who beat former Marseille champion Gilles Simon 6-2, 6-4 after 1 hour and 28 minutes. The Belgian player has reached his first semi-final since Cincinnati last year. Goffin never faced a break point and converted 3 of high-stand break points. Simon saved 3 break points in the first game, but he dropped his serve in the 5th game. Goffin broke for the second time in a row in the 7th game with a forehand winner and wrapped up the first set 6-2 with a volley winner. Simon saved 2 break points and kept his pace with Goffin until 4-4 before the Belgian broke serve and held his serve with an ace to close out the first set 6-4. Mikhail Kukushkin beat Andrei Rublev 6-4, 6-1 in 65 minutes to reach his first semifinal since Vienna 2018. Kukushkin earned his first break in the 4th game. Rublev broke back in the 9th game, as Kukushkin was serving for the first set at 5-3. Kukushkin broke again in the 10th game to close out the first set. Kukushkin raced out to a 5-0 lead in the second set with a double break in the 2nd and 4th games, but he needed 4 match points to seal the win. Kukushkin will take on French next-gen player Hugo Humbert, who beat German qualifier Matthias Bachinger 6-3, 6-3 after 80 minutes to reach his maiden ATP semifinal in the home tournament. Humbert dropped 9 points on serve and converted 3 of his 11 break points. Humbert got his first break in the 8th game when Bachinger made a double fault and sealed the first set 6-3 in the next game with 3 winners. Bachinger dropped his serve at the start of the second set and did not convert 4 break point chances in his next 2 return games. Humbert sealed the win with another break in the 9th game with a smash winner. The match went very well. I prepared well and watched some videos. I am very happy with my level. I didn't let him play and was aggressive. I watched him against Fernando Verdasco yesterday. I served well, although I have not checked the percentage yet. My family is here as well. I don't see them very often, so I am very happy that they can be here with me, said Humbert.